Thanks for joining us. Um, so, so the reason I created the Facebook group was because I really felt like there needed to be a positive place for women and moms specifically to come and find their tribe to share these things with. And now that we're locked in and we don't have lots of opportunities to go out and do all the things we normally do that keep us so busy, I was like, this is the chance. So Kyla and I had texted about this like a couple months ago. And then life got busy.
A while ago.
Yeah, and we didn't do anything with it. And so then I texted her last week and I'm like, all right, we are all stuck in the house together. And I think this is a perfect time for us to work on some of our makeup skills, because I have been trying to do my own liquid eyeliner for probably a good 5 years now. And I do it once and give up and go back and buy it again when it seems like a good idea. So that is why I invited Kyla. And for those of you who don't know Kyla, she's amazing. I have known Kyla since like 8 years. It makes me feel really old. But she was a student at the college, as were a couple of others on this call, which makes me feel really old because we all have kids the same age. I waited really long for that. So she was an athlete at the college that I used to work at. She was one of my students. And we got to know her really well. We worked together for a bit. Kyla actually came and worked for me for a little while, and then decided to follow her passion of makeup artistry, and that has taken her a long ways. She's been able to work with some famous people over the years of doing her makeup artistry. Who's the most famous person? Who's your favorite famous person? Not the most. Who's your favorite famous person?
Oh my gosh. Well, I haven't done too many, but by far and away, my favorite was Sarah McLachlan. She was beautiful and she was lovely to work with.
Yeah, awesome.
So that was really cool.
That's cool. For those of you who know Phil Crozier, who is my favorite person, and he's a very talented photographer as well. Phil and Kyla have worked together a lot, as have Paul Hardy. And so she knows what she's talking about, and she's made me look beautiful on numerous occasions. I know she's very good because she can work with the old barn and make it look nice. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Kyla. It's your show now. You go ahead.
Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. Well, hello everybody. Okay, yeah, thanks for the introduction, Carolee. That was awesome. This is my like precursor, is that I have not done makeup professionally in a number of years, so bear with me. I'm also not a YouTuber, beauty blogger, so this is my first time ever doing this on camera. So yeah, I'm a little bit flushed in the cheeks because I'm nervous.
You're glowing.
But well, there's definitely some things that I do know, and that is needing to get your makeup done and on your face in a flash when you've got small kids. So, or any kids, any age, or even just anybody who wants to get out of the house. So makeup for a lot of people is not something that they want to spend a lot of time on. So I've been trying to even perfect my own like 5-minute face for myself while I've got my 2 small kids. So this is my kind of, I'm going to show you tonight. I'm going to apply my makeup, and then I guess Carolee's going to take questions via chat or whatnot. So Carolee, you filter the questions. If anybody has questions, let me know. I'll do my makeup and I'll kind of talk my way through it and let you know why I'm doing what I'm doing. And yeah, maybe we'll just start there.
Perfect. Sound great.
Good?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. So basically when it comes to makeup, for busy moms, because this is a mom group, so I'm going to talk about momming. Basically you want to brighten and define. So most of us are sleep deprived, tired, and running short on time. So you want to brighten and define, and we want to minimize the amount of steps. So first thing that I love to do is I like to use a brightening cream underneath my eyes. And actually it's not a cream, it's a brightening corrector. It is a color corrector. This is something that looks like, it's very hard to show, but it's like for my fair skin, I use this under my eyes. And the reason I do that is because I've got darkness under here, and when I'm sleep deprived, that darkness gets very purple. So I like to cover that up, and I just like put this really fast right here. And I even put it on messy, just because I know that I'm going to be putting concealer on over top, and I can help blend that in. But right away, you can see that this helps to minimize the shadows. So it's not really pretty at this moment, but it does brighten the under eye, and that makes a big difference. So I'm gonna just pat that in. And then the next thing I do, because is concealer, because I want to use this to basically even out my skin tone without having to put on a full face of foundation. And a lot of people love a full face, but for myself, I find that it's much more time effective if I just use a concealer in specific spots and then move on. So on your hopefully well hydrated face, you've got a good moisturizer, you've got your color corrector under your eyes. I use my concealer, and sorry, I've got a mirror down below here I'm just looking at. So I just kind of put this on here under my eyes. This is what it looks like. I like to, like I said, brighten the center of your face. So I go a little bit of concealer here and a little bit of concealer here. And this is all that I use for coverage, and especially if I'm just if I need to be fast. If you have the time, hey, go for a full face, but I love just doing this very quickly. It gets me out of the house. And I'm using this amazing brush from the drugstore. I'm thinking that I'll leave a link. Well, I'll not a link, but I'll leave a little message for the Facebook group with all the products that I used, because I love this drugstore brush. And I don't think that makeup needs to be expensive, that's for sure. So I just take my concealer, cover over where I did that color corrector, and I just start blending that out. And I promise you, like, as I'm talking, this is probably going to look like it's taking forever, but this can be done really fast. Something that a lot of people forget about is just that this outer corner of their eye usually looks a little bit dark. So it's good to just take your concealer and pop a little bit in that very outer corner, and that helps to make your eye look more awake as well. With my concealer and this little mini fluffy brush, so that I don't have to have the full face of makeup, I just blend it out. I just buff it as far as I can go, because there's definitely some left on my brush. So it's like evening my skin without having to put on an entire face of foundation. So you can see I'm red here. I'm always red on my cheeks, and because I'm like a little bit hot and nervous right now, it's showing really bright.
Blush.
Okay, so yeah, exactly. No need for blush tonight. So that's like my base, and I try to just keep that very simple. And yeah, I don't put a lot of thought into it. As long as you can find a concealer that is your own skin tone, skin color, a little bit lighter for the center and under your eyes, then you're usually pretty good. If you do have like anything that you want to correct, you can use a darker concealer, but you never want to touch up, like, say, a spot of acne with a lighter concealer. You might need to have one or two. So that's just a little thing. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to apply a little bit of bronzer. And I have completely switched to cream products. I love this cream bronzer, and I also am going to show you a cream blush. And I find that as my skin ages, I need more moisture, and I find like the powder just sits on top of my skin and it doesn't look a part of me. Whereas this, I feel like I can blend it into my skin, into my moisturizer, and it feel like it makes it look a little bit more a part of me. So what I do, this is the defining part of what I'm talking about. So the concealer is all about brightening. The bronzer is more about defining. I'm not talking about contouring, but I'm just talking about like giving your face a little bit of structure. Sorry, oh my God, I'm so red. So this is what I do with my bronzer. And I love this brush to blend it in. I cannot find it, but this is another drugstore cheapie, which I love. But basically, I just take my bronzer and start buffing it in. And this just gives my face a little bit of dimension. So I've brightened the inside of my face, and now I'm going to kind of deepen the exterior perimeter, like the outer perimeter of my face. And that kind of just gives dimension and makes your face just instantly look a little bit alive. And I like to fake my awakeness because I'm usually really not awake. Okay, so I think this is blended with my funny lighting. I think it's blended. Okay, so then whatever is left on my brush, I just kind of move it around because I know that I've got like the main amount of makeup here, and then I just kind of bring a little bit down my jawline, and I just kind of buff what's left on my brush. Okay, next thing, which I really don't need right now, but is blush. And this is a cream blush, and people are really afraid of cream products, but they're amazing because you can apply them with your fingers or a brush. And I like the effect. And I'm just using this fluffy brush here. I probably should have washed these before I showed everybody, but hey. I just tap a little bit on. And then what this does is that the blush is kind of a brightening and a defining at the same time, because you're going to add it to your cheeks. It's going to brighten up your face, lift your cheekbones, and give you some dimension. And I always do a little touch across my nose, just because like a lot of people naturally flush like across here. So like I want my makeup, like I'm very realistic in my makeup. I don't want to really look like I'm wearing makeup. I want to look put together. So from what I can see here, that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go back in with my concealer brush, and I'm not applying any product, but I'm actually just going to buff right around here, because I want my concealer that I applied, and I want my bronzer and my blush to like blend together and kind of meld. So I just do this to kind of unite the two, and you can kind of calm down and around. And I'm applying, like I'm just holding onto the base of the brush. I'm applying really light pressure. You don't really want to like pull at your skin. And then I know I'm a little bit red on around my nose, so I'm just gonna kind of do this. I do, maybe this is just the artist in me, but I'm always just like moving and smushing.
Yeah, you make it look so easy. I can tell you that is not how it looks when I use brushes on my face. Looks more like I pulled them out of a toolbox, and they're chisels and
That's so funny. And I'm like, honestly, as I'm sitting here, I'm doing my own makeup, and I'm thinking to myself, I wish I could do this for every one of you, because I love teaching people how to do their makeup, because I really want everyone to feel their best. And it's fun when you can get the hang of it. Doing your makeup is a lot of fun. So, okay, next thing that I'm going to do is I'm just going to use a little bit of powder. And as you can see, I'm definitely shiny because I like a lot of moisture on my skin, and I want my skin to be glowy, but I don't want to look wet or shiny. So I have used this just this translucent powder from Bare Minerals, and I'm using a fluffy eyeshadow brush. This is what I use to apply my powder. A lot of people apply their powder with a brush like this, and this means that every part of your face is getting powdered. And unfortunately, as we age, this is a little bit trickier to kind of make look a part of your skin. So what I do is I'm really specific where I put my powder, and that's why I use a tiny brush. And I just use a little bit on the cap here, and then I just kind of dab it in my concealer where I don't want this to move. And I've used a tiny little bit. It's hard to show on camera like how little I've used, but you really don't want to get a ton of powder under your eyes. So I'm always tapping. And then I know I'm about to apply brow product to my brows. So just to kind of reduce any oil in my brows, I actually apply a little bit of this there. And then my shiny parts here, I'm just gonna take the shine down. So you can see the difference. It's not taking away kind of the glow, but it's taking down the shine, and that's what you want.
Kyla, Michelle's got a question here. How do you pick the color of your bronzer for your skin tone?
Well, I would say that it's trial and error. A lot of bronzers are very warm, which means they pull red, and that's why it's trial and error. This one from Milk Makeup is called Baked, and it is because I'm on a lot of makeup forums and whatnot, this one has worked on a lot of skin tones from what I've read in reviews. So that's like one that I've been trying and really like. I know Chanel has a really nice one. And then for powders, a couple good go-to brands is Kosas and what's another one? Urban Decay, I think. But when it comes to choosing a color for bronzer, you want something that is going to make you look warm, but not muddy or gray or red. And it is a little bit of a challenge to try and find the perfect one, especially at this time when you can't go to the store to try them on. But I would say that if by chance you have a similar skin tone to me, this milk one called Baked has been amazing. And I know their darker shade is called Blazed. And in summer, I even wore that, even though it's too dark for me, but I was able to kind of fake it. So if you're a lot darker than me, then you might be able to get away with Blazed. And I felt like they were not too red. They were a nice tan bronze, and they didn't make my skin look muddy. So there you go.
Michelle, go ahead and unmute yourself if you want to ask. Go ahead and unmute yourself. You can somehow unmute yourself.
Who's me?
No, I was talking to Michelle. I was like, unmute yourself and ask your question. There you go.
Sorry.
That's okay.
No, I was just saying I am not your skin tone. I am like white, and old.
Not old.
I'm pretty sure I'm the oldest one here. Come on.
No.
Hi, Mom. No, but I have like purple white hair, and but I have like really light skin and dark eyebrows, so it's hard to pick, right? And I don't want to look like I don't know.
It probably like light, even light bronzers probably look really brown or red on you. They probably go a little bit too bold. Hey.
Yeah.
Okay. One thing I know, and I know that MAC is really good for this. They create blushes in an extraordinary amount of shades. So what you can do if you are very fair is you could go to MAC or to Sephora or any beauty counter, and you could look at their blushes. And rather than looking at a pink or like peachy or a rosy blush, you could get like a tawny blush or blush or just like a tanned blush. And then you might be able to find one that could be suitable for your skin. But yeah, you are definitely in that category there that is like really tricky to color match a bronzer. So definitely trial and error. But if the bronzers aren't working, move to a blush.
Okay, cool.
It's because you're so unique, Michelle.
What's that?
It's because we know you're so unique.
Yeah, total.
No, unique, Michelle, unique.
Right, unique. Got it.
You know what? I'll just because we're talking about bronzer right now, I will tell you about a product that I do love that is not makeup, but it is a face tanner. And if you want to bronze your skin without using any makeup, I love this trick because I applied this. I've got it with me because I wanted to talk about it because I love it so much. It is Tan Luxe Face Tanner. It's illuminating self-tan drops. And what I love about this is that I put 2 drops of this every few nights in my moisturizer, smush it all over my face, and I wake up the next morning with a touch of a tan. And so I wouldn't say that like if I go heavier with the drops, I look like I'm tanned. But for you, if you've got very fair skin, you could start with 1 drop and see if that adds a little bit of color to your face without feeling the need to wear bronzer, because then you've already got kind of like that tan tone or like that little bit of like that amped up bronze on your skin from your skincare, which is kind of fun. So that's another idea.
I love that idea. We're gonna bug you about this list, Kyla, because
Oh yeah, don't worry. I'm a product junkie, and I very much intend on sharing my like favorites with you guys because I just got to share the love. This thing has saved my life because these tanning drops save me through the winter, the summer, and I find like if I've got a little bit of a glow, a little bit of a tan, then I feel less pressure to wear makeup during the day, especially if I just gotta bolt or be with my kids or whatever. So that's kind of fun. So yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I love that Kyla's a junkie for all the different products, because there was a time when she dropped a bag off at my house, and I'm just working my way through the final pieces of that product. It's awesome.
Love it. All right. Okay. I'm trying to think where I was. Oh yeah. I was doing the powder. So just to recap, powder, I just did a touch under my eyes. I go around my eyelid to absorb any excess oil, a little bit in my eyebrows. If you are very oily, then you can feel free to use a larger brush, or to just use your brush to hit those shiny spots. But this is like a thing, a lot of people over powder. And it's definitely not necessary. And especially as we mature, we want our skin to look more moisturized, hydrated, and bright. So, and I don't mean just bright and lit from within. So that's that. Okay, next thing, part of my 5-minute face, which is taking very long time. I feel goofy.
We're chatting.
Like, oh, trust me, this is 5 minutes, but what I like to do next is I like to dive into my brows. And the reason why I'm gonna push brows on you guys is because it is so face defining. It lifts, it's like an instant eye lift. It really shows off your features when you have like a little bit of contrast to your face. I was actually just talking to my mom about this, I don't know, maybe a month or so ago. And I told her, I was like, we need to get you in a deeper brow color because we need to define your features. So what I love right now, and I'm actually just waiting for my new product to come in because I'm out of it, almost out of it, is this Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. I don't know. I'll tell you guys the products later, but I love it. And it is just a nice fine tip. Now this is like the hard one to do on this. So I'm just going to go like this, but when you're doing your brows, I've got a lot of gaps. I'm not sure if it is possible to see this, but I've got lots of gaps and thinness here. My brows don't necessarily start in. So what I like to do is, because I'm in a hurry, is like a lot of people suggest brush strokes, and I'm like, I ain't got time for that. So I just go in and I do a little draw. And here's the thing, is a lot of people are afraid of their brows looking very Sharpie-ish, and I don't want your brows to look like you Sharpied them on. But I've got a trick to show you how to soften them up once you've penciled them on and you've got definition. So, okay. So I don't know if you can, I'm not even finished, but you can see that this eye looks lifted, more defined, and I feel like even the blue of my eye is brighter. I don't know, but brows are a big deal for makeup artists. Okay. So, sorry you guys are just watching me do this, but definitely follow your natural brow bone, your natural curvature of your brow. I'm sure, like, and in the front, I do like to do a little pop of strokes if I can, but it's like, my version is pretty messy. Like, I've let go of perfecting my makeup.
Did that come with baby number 1 or baby number 2?
Baby number 2 for sure. with baby number 1, I was like, this isn't so bad. I got time. I got nap time. Yeah, no. Not the same with baby number 2. So this is my trick, and I'm going to come in close. So this is what I love about brows, is that I've got contrast. You can see my eyes brighter. I feel like I look instantly more polished on this side of my face than this side. And so what I like to do is, just because I did put my pencil on my skin pretty heavy to get this look, I take a spoolie, and there's possibly a spoolie on the end of your brow pencil, whatever you're using, but you just take this and lift the product through your brows. And then it starts to make it look a little bit more fluffy, a little bit less drawn on. And that is like a very simple technique to just lift that product and bring it through your brows. So then that way you have definition, but it doesn't look drawn on. And if you have the time, then I would always recommend a really quick, clear brow gel to set your brows in place. And it just gives them lift so that they don't move during the day. This one is by Anastasia. Brow gel, clear. I don't mess with the colored brow gels. I don't think that they're worth it because I've never found one that matches really well and not one that coats really well. However, if you are somebody with very full brows and you don't need to pencil or fill in your brows, then definitely a colored brow gel could be your friend, could give you a little bit more definition and hold them in place. But for myself, my brows are far too thin, so I've got to lay down some product with a pencil beforehand. So I'll just do this one. I kind of like to start at my arch. My pencil's running out. I don't know if it's gonna make it. So I just like to start at my arch, and yeah, because my pencil's running out, I'm like, it's going on a little bit slow, and I know I've got a little dip in my brow here. And then fill in here where I'm thin. That's what you want to do. Fill in where you're thin. You don't have to like draw your entire brow on, but
my brows are the only place we want to wait.
Bless you, Mom.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm gonna call that, and then I'm just gonna brush this through to lift them up, and I'll do a quick brow gel. Okay, there we go. Okay, and then literally the two last things for leaving the house with a bright and defined makeup is either a lip chap, a lip balm, anything colored, anything clear. For me, I just sometimes just like throwing on a clear gloss, right? And smushing that in. So then you're getting a little bit of glow, and then because again, you just don't want your face or your lips to look dry. Last thing I finished with is my mascara. I love this mascara. I think that mascara is deeply personal, so it's kind of hard to say like which one's gonna work for people. But I think that a lot of people are frustrated with their lashes drooping or not being full enough or not being black enough and like defining enough. And I have to say, I'm madly in love with this mascara. I've got straight lashes. I don't bother with curling them. And this one gives me lift and I can wash it off at the end of the day. So that's like a kind of winning factor for me. When I'm in a really big rush and I need to hustle, I'll just do one coat. But you can find me taking 15 minutes to do my mascara if I'm going out to see the girls because I love mascara and I like to chunk it on.
I've not been happy
for real
lashes since you stopped doing them, Kyla.
Oh, well, and that's the thing. And hey, if you can get lash extensions, then go for it because then you don't have to mess with this mascara.
Oh, I miss that.
But
really.
Yeah, I know the lash extensions are such a breeze. But I'm sure everybody really has an idea of how to put on mascara. But I just like to start on the outer corners, kind of build up out on the outsides, do a little squiggle at the root.
Kyla.
Sorry, say that again.
What is the brand?
The brand? This mascara is Benefit and it's Roller Lash. Benefit Roller Lash. And yeah, I love it because it's a dry and lifting mascara. And it's amazing for the fact that it doesn't flake on me and it holds my pretty straight lashes upright without having to use a waterproof mascara. Ta-da! And then yeah, like a little squiggle at the root usually helps. Like in my makeup look, I'm not gonna recommend that you take time for eyeliner, or at least for this quick mom makeup. But I know a lot of people love eyeliner. One way of cheating eyeliner is to get your mascara right in on your lash line and wiggle. And then you've got almost like an instant eyeliner, which is kind of a bonus. If you can't wear mascara, you can cheat kind of like a mascara look with an eyeliner. So this is just my brow pencil, but if this was an eyeliner and you could not wear mascara, or if you did want to include eyeliner, then take this and put it in your waterline. And you go like this back and forth in your waterline. It takes a little bit of practice, but it would define your eyes without needing to wear mascara. I usually do a coat of mascara on upper and bottom because I think that suits my eye shape, but some people feel like bottom mascara does not suit them, so it's kind of personal preference. But okay, I'm looking in the mirror here and I'm thinking,
You're looking fantastic.
this is a good 5-minute face, guys. We can, everybody can do this.
Yeah.
If there's, and you know, if I'm feeling, if it's a hot summer day or something and I'm like, oh, I know I'm gonna be like, I don't know, sweating or doing an online makeup tutorial for the first time, I'm a little bit nervous that I might add a little extra powder. and I would just like, oh, my daughter's coming in the room. Hi, honey. Do you want to come say hello? Come here. Come say hi.
Hi, Rick.
This is Rick, everybody.
Hi, Ricky.
Hi. She's exhausted and she's got the craziest hair ever today. And she loves my makeup very much. I got her own little like fake makeup set when she was very young because she was like just in my makeup and ruining it. Yeah. Fun. Okay, I need you to go with Daddy. Please. Or maybe she'll
Hey, we've all been there.
Yeah.
Thank you. Poor thing.
Aww.
She really likes me. Okay, but yeah, so she took my powder, but if anything, I would just add a little bit more powder. And it's actually some more products that I kind of wanted to talk to you guys about was if you do want more coverage rather than just concealer, like where I placed it. Oh, thanks.
Thought he was
guys.
tossing the baby.
Oh yeah. No. If you do want more coverage than just concealer, I just happen to love this Bare Minerals makeup. It is a medium coverage foundation that is a complexion rescue. So it's called a tinted hydrating gel cream, whatever that means. But basically, it's a nice lightweight foundation that has SPF, and I feel like it can be built up to make a full face of makeup, like full coverage if you want. And I've thought the application was really easy, and I just love it for when I want more makeup than just concealer. Okay, another thing that a lot of people, so this is just kind of like a makeup tip in general, is that a lot of people don't know to use a setting spray at the end of their makeup for times when they want their makeup to last. So if you've got a big day at work or something like that, or you've got a big event and you want your makeup to last, you could use a setting spray. This is by Urban Decay and it's called All Nighter. And basically what this is like hairspray for your face. So it works. It really does work. It keeps your makeup locked in and actually helps to kind of like fuse the minerals of your makeup together, which is amazing, and bonds it to your skin so it locks it in place, which is fascinating. And the technology is amazing, but it really works. So for those long days when you need your makeup to last forever, that's the one to go with. Thanks. Where was I? Yeah, the all-nighter. It works really well. The only thing with a setting spray with alcohol in it like this is that you probably don't want to apply it every single day because you don't really want to be spritzing yourself with alcohol, with an alcohol-based product like that for many days in a row, but it does work for those special occasions. Another thing that Let me see. I actually wrote down some notes, guys. Oh, okay. You know what? This is, one thing that I wanted to chat with you guys is like that, there's so many things with makeup that you don't need. So like marketing is brilliant, and they're just like, and marketing companies and makeup companies will like ram so much down your throat, but like you do not need much. Like tonight I used 8 products my whole face, and that's a lot to some people that's like not at all. But the thing is like you don't have to have everything, including like you don't need to have a million eyeshadows, you don't need to have 3 different eyeliners, you don't have to have like these big ranges that a lot of makeup companies push on you. And I just feel like when you're trying to look awake and have a quick mom makeup, skip the eyeshadow, skip your eyeliner, skip contouring. That's kind of useless at this point. But you save that sort of stuff for when you want to get all done up and you've got time for a night out or something like that. So that's kind of my advice there. Awesome. But yeah, I'm trying to think. Let me just look at my notes to see if there's anything that I'm like super like set on telling you guys. Yeah, I guess like we can do this. You know what we could do, Carly, is we could even do this again with like even more specific type things. Like this tonight was like a quick face and wanting to focus on brightening and defining. So if there's anything I just want to like drive home for tonight is like brighten the center of your face. This is what's going to make you look awake, is when you've brightened this part of your face, and you want to define and show off your features. And even though we're not wearing a lot of makeup, add your brows, mascara, blush. So you've add that definition to your face, and it just kind of takes you up a level. So that's what I would recommend for you guys.
Love it. Thank you, Kyla. Yay! Any questions for Kyla before we let her have a drink of her wine that's been sitting on we started?
Cheers. When this is over, Kyla, we have to get together and have a makeup party, and you can do us all.
There we go.
Yeah, seriously.
Right.
I can do everybody.
Right.
We'll do like an old school Mary Kay party, and we'll go around the table and you can tell us exactly what we need to do with our faces.
Put the cream in all of the little trays in front of us.
Yeah. So that would be so fun.
It would be so fun.
And I mean it. Like I love doing makeup on people and teaching and showing how to do it, because I know that like this example tonight, this is just me and my face and like my colors. So I know it's tricky and it can be overwhelming, like shopping for your own colors and what products suit you. So I know it's a little bit intimidating and it can be tough to nail it down. It would be nice to just have someone be like, here, this is what you need.
That would be ideal, really.
It would be ideal. When you add
maybe this is a business idea.
Yes, exactly. It is a business idea.
I'm gonna be the next Mary Kay.
There you
go. Kyla Lynn.
Kyla, your hair is gonna have to get a heck of a lot bigger.
Hey Kyla, I had a question.
Find that hairspray. Yes.
Yeah, a little more hairspray. I would love to do it again, Kyla. I think I'm not speaking alone. I think, helping us out with other areas of the whole face and makeup would be awesome, because it feels like one of those things. You're a natural and you're an artist with this. For some of us, it comes a little harder to figure out how to blend and do.
Mm-hmm.
And age and hydration definitely changes with age, and then the makeup looks totally different.
Mm-hmm.
And would love to do it again if you have some time for us to do that.
Yeah, for sure. No, this is a lot of fun. I'm like definitely intimidated because I don't want to steer anyone down the wrong path, but it's like, it is definitely hard to give makeup advice without seeing somebody or like touching their face, which is what I would like to do, and just like see you up close. But this has been a lot of fun, and I would totally do this again.
Awesome.
I would love to see
even more.
I'd love to see what. Oh, sorry. I'd love to see what not to do, because I think it's really easy to age yourself more with too much makeup or the wrong application, especially around the eyes. That's what I'm finding right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
And you know what? I would say that as like the older I get, the less makeup I want to wear, because I do find that the more makeup I put on, usually the older I look.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm messy with it, or if they aren't the right colors, it really can drag me down really quick. So that's actually not a bad idea.
That's a good one. Tina, was it you that was saying something?
Oh yeah, I just had a question. When the sun comes out, and like for those of us that do tan like really fast, how do we just have like 20 different shades, or how do we manage that?
And by fast,
Right.
Tina looks at the sun and she goes brown.
Yeah. It is like,
I don't know what to do.
I know, and you know, that's a great question, because like there's a lot of people like you who have this like such a broad spectrum for their skin tone, and this is what I would recommend. I recommend getting a concealer or a foundation that matches your most lightest shade of your skin in the winter, and then getting a shade that matches the most dark your skin gets in the summer. And then you can use the two to blend kind of like you would, like colors for a canvas. You would just blend them throughout the year. So then that way you have two shades, but then in the spring, you use a little bit more light and a little bit less of the dark. And then in the summer, you use more dark and a little bit of the light. And then you can hopefully kind of find a balance. But that way, then you're only buying two products, and then it's up to you to kind of find what works for you. And what I would say is like, practice when you can. And that's probably why this is so good right now to be doing this, because you can just maybe have a chance to sit in front of the mirror and just see what color works for you. But if you could have two products and then create your own color with your own blend throughout the year, that's probably going to save you money, and then also just save you time. But yeah, you're probably going to need two products, because the super dark is just not going to work in the winter, and vice versa.
Thanks.
No
Any other
problem.
questions for Kyla?
I think you should do like half your face so we can see like done, and then the difference.
If you follow Kyla's Instagram, she did that.
Oh, really?
I did that,
Kyla?
Yeah, I just did it yesterday. And I posted it on my Facebook and my Instagram, but I am all locked down with a private account. But come take a look. I'll approve you, and come take a look.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well.
You know what? Actually, I can also post it in the Facebook group. How about?
Pop it up in the Facebook group, and then we all have it there. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, totally. Because it is quite startling. You would not believe, like, I was like, oh my God, I need like a lot of nerve to post this picture right now, because I was like really doubting myself. But I was like, there's got to be other people out there who feel like me, who are like, yeah, the makeup it's a help.
One of my boys saw me putting on makeup the other day, and he said, Mama, where are you going today? I said, what do you mean? Where are you going? He goes, you're getting all fancy again. I'm putting on mascara. That's fancy in our house. We have problems.
Oh my gosh. Well, hey, trust me, even though I've got this 5-minute face, I do not do it every day. My kids and my family see me very barefaced all the time.
Awesome. Well, let's definitely do it again. So just a question, since we have a few people here, does this time work really well? Thursday nights this time, is this a good time for people? A little later, a little earlier input before we rebook the next one?
This is good.
Good? Okay. All right, Kyla, let's set it up. Let's make it happen again.
Okay, love it.
We'll all come with our 5-minute face, ready to learn the next phase.
Yeah, that would be so fun. And then one day, if I ever get back into business, I will be so happy to come to your house and teach you how to do it.
Yeah, and she's very good in person at it. I went away and got married at a destination, and I didn't have somebody coming with me. Well, Kyla didn't want to come to my wedding, and so I had her come over and teach me how to do my makeup before my wedding, because I was terrified about making it look okay the day of.
Oh,
that's a good idea.
It's like, I think that lessons could be the way to go, the way of the future. Let me help you.
Yes. And I think given COVID, we're all learning we can do it virtually. We didn't know that was possible.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It is nice, really nice. And okay, so definitely everybody, I'm gonna give you all my favorite products on the Facebook group too, okay?
Awesome. Thank you,
Thank
Kyla. Thank you, ladies. It
You're
was so
welcome.
wonderful to have you. Please do keep watching because we'll be doing more of these. And I have an interior designer I'm working with too about helping us freshen up our
That's fun.
spaces since we're stuck in them. So yeah, keep a lookout for that. And if you have friends that you think would join this group and love to be a part of it, please just go ahead and invite them and add them in there. All right.
Totally.
Have a good night, ladies.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Kyla.
Bye. Thank you,
Bye.
Kyla.
Bye. I don't know how to leave. Oh, okay.
I got